Sometimes the world just needs a hero to help cut through all the noise.
Well, now you have two.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You listen to yet another episode of your Heroes of Noise. I am one half of this dynamic duo. My name is Steve.
Hi there. My name is Dan. Half of the dynamic duo, as he says. Every week, Steve, I like it. You kind of have like a little catchphrase thing. We do what we both have them, I guess, right?
Oh, you for sure do.
Yeah. Just that radio DJ kind of shit, podcast host kind of shit.
Yeah, I remember the first day I switched up I said, good morning, something switched, and you were like, whoa,
hold on, man.
You
getting all crazy. Throwing me off.
Easy.
Don't throw me off. That's the last thing you want to do is throw me off.
How was your week, dude?
Oh, dude. You know what? We're going to start there already? All right, let's do that. Let's do that thing, too. I don't really, like, you know how last week I had a big story for you?
Uh-huh.
I don't have any stories this week because I'm in the middle of I'm working 12 days straight.
Jeez.
12 days straight. I know a lot of people out there do that shit, but I don't do it often anymore. And I'm pretty burnt out.
You're not in the groove.
I'm not in the groove. No, not at all. I need to get into the groove. Yeah.
Who sung that song?
Was that Madonna? I think you were in the middle of. I think you just messed up in a Madonna joke, but it was going to be like a Madonna.
No, when you said get into
joke.
the groove, I was like, was that Madonna? But anyway, back to because I remember I was telling you before when we were younger, Dan, your hours were.
When we were young, I mean, technically, yes, we were younger, but you're making it sound like 20 years ago. 2 years ago, dude. Back in our salad days.
It was like 4 years ago.
It seems like it. We've been. We have been recording together for 5 years. In what is it? I want to say it's like May 26th, perhaps.
And the weird thing is, you also did the word when you were doing those days.
No, no. Did I? I did, huh?
Yes.
Holy shit, I did. That's right. Wow.
And edited it.
I know.
And did notes.
I'll be real, dude. She was not happy with me when I was doing it because I was. I got to do this. It's important. She's like, yeah, I haven't seen you in like a week and a half.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know.
I don't know how you. But
it's for the love of the pod, man. Now. It's pod love.
Look at you now, doing it again. Doing it again.
Yeah, but it's not. The work thing. Yeah. Well, it's only temporary. I think. We'll see. I don't know how long it's going to go on for. And really, I wouldn't have said like, yeah, give me all 12 days. I just wasn't paying attention because like my schedule's a little sporadic right now. So it's like they'll call me up. You know how that works. I think. You probably don't get those calls, actually, but
I do, but I ignore them.
You ignore them, yeah. I don't ignore any of them anymore, so it's pretty much like if they call, I'm saying yes. I just didn't realize that all of the days that I was saying yes to were all put together until I looked on the schedule. I'm like, oh, shit.
Dude. When's your day off?
Next Saturday. I told you, dude, 12 days straight.
Dude.
I know.
And so tonight you go in the evening. Yeah. And you get off whenever, then you do it again tomorrow. Dude, all the way till next Saturday?
All the way until next Saturday.
At least there's no mornings.
No mornings.
Right?
No. Actually, next week's not going to be so bad because now that I'm thinking about it, they're only like half days. But I'm doing like 4 of them. So.
Yeah, but you know, the half days are a beast because you'll get into the groove of your day
Dude,
and realize, I got to go
that's
for
the
4
worst
hours
thing. It doesn't matter. It has, like, what half of the day is really what makes the difference. You know what I mean? So as I'm leaving for work, everyone's starting to wind down. Turn on TV. They just ate, dude. So they're all like, oh, and I got to go into work.
Like 8 to 12, right?
Yeah. Or 1 or 2. Whatever they decide to pelt us with.
Oh,
yeah.
But at least you get to drive in that dope car to work.
Yeah, I look good as fuck when I drive to work. That's just.
You're loving it, right?
I love it, dude. I love it. You know what else I love, Steve? Check this out. This isn't even really marketing, ladies and gentlemen, but check out this shirt. Look at that. Let me see. Can you see that?
That is quite the shirt.
There we go. Look at that. That is
look at this, dude. It's so
that's an official S.E. Hudson the Gentleman shirt.
Dan is one of the most supportive people, I swear to goodness. And then he doesn't let people support him. But we're not going to get into that conversation.
Who's supporting me? Fucking support me.
When I lift up your groove, and like, man, you're so good at that, you don't like it, dude.
Oh no, I don't. No, fuck off with that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you don't like taking support,
you
but
just
you give
fuck
it
right off with all of that, Steve.
You hate that crap, G. But you're not the only one.
It makes me sweat, dude. Like physically sweat. And now that we're doing some form of video, you can't be making me sweat like that, dude.
Dude, here's what I will say. If your wife ever gets together like a Dan Appreciation Day and I get to do a speech, oh, dude, it's going to be the best thing ever. I'm just going to say everything I've ever wanted to say. Be like, now he has to sit there and just enjoy it.
You just sort of, I'm sorry, I'm going to be cryptic, but when's your birthday again? The 15th?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Thanks. Sorry. It was random and cryptic, but you sparked something. So
your birthday is August.
Oh, you dick. What a dick you are.
No, it's like the 7th of something.
You're not even, no, well, you're close numerically, but nowhere near.
6. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, I'll give you that.
Anything.
You're just going to say all the months until I say yes.
No, because I remember.
No.
It's it's October.
Nope. What a dick you are. You call yourself a friend, Hudson?
Are you kidding me? November?
There you go. Hey, process of elimination.
November 6th.
There you go.
4th. 6th.
Just quit while you're ahead. It's the 6th.
And it's gonna be 49 this year?
Oh, now we're throwing out numbers and shit. See? What a dick. You really are a dick.
I think it's 48 because you were
Fuck it. Look at this. See? 49, baby.
Is that right? Are you
1 year away from a colonoscopy.
Fitty. That sweet Fitty.
Yeah. I want you to call me Fitty the entire year too. I'm part of this
Dude,
dynamic.
We got to do something next year then.
You're going to be like,
next year we got to do something big for your birthday.
I agree. You have to spoil me somehow and just make it super special.
50, bro?
You'll be like, I'm part of this dynamic duo. My name is Steve. I'll be like, and I'm Fitty. All year.
And you're Fitty. I'm going to buy you I think I'm for real going to get you a wheelchair.
Okay, actually that might be a good idea. There are some days where I wake up and I'm a little rickety.
I know. You don't know how, and like I remember getting text from you being like, didn't go into work, my back went out.
Oh,
and I was like, dude, that sounds painful.
I mean, all this stuff that we say off mic that you're just deciding to bring onto the show.
Oh, we
Hi,
talked
everyone.
about it on
First, nice to meet you. First time. Hey, how you doing? I'm Dan. Hey. Yeah, I'm a fucking sick guy. Like I have problems with my back and stuff like that. Steve does. Okay, well, so he makes fun of me. If this is your first time viewing or listening to the show, welcome aboard. This is how it works for a while, anyway. I don't know. We might get to stuff. Maybe we won't. Let's play it by ear.
Well, here's the thing. I do have an interesting story from my week.
You really? You know what? I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'm actually pretty rude. I didn't even decide to go there. I don't know if I care. No, I'm just kidding.
I think you know about it. You know about it.
If
you were online, you know about this story.
Okay, go for it. Because I probably wasn't.
So I learned a new phrase in a lexicon. I did not know in nowadays modern lexicon. I was not aware of this phrase called Milkshake Duck.
No, nothing. I got nothing for you. Please,
really,
you have the floor. Say all you want about Milkshake Duck.
So it all stems from you heard the story about homeboy Jensen Karp finding shrimp in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You know what? Just kind of do me a favor. Just start from scratch, would you? It's been a busy week.
So Jensen Karp is this dude. I knew him as Hot Carl back in the day. He was a rapper. And then he had like podcasts. He was just a white dude that, he was really into hip hop culture. And I follow him on Twitter, and all of a sudden he puts up this post saying, "What in the crap is this in my Cinnamon Toast Crunch?" And it was shrimp tails.
Like dried shrimp tails?
Like dried shrimp tails. And it wasn't bad.
No, they're kind of good.
He contacted Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They're like, we don't think that's shrimp tails. We think that just might be a weird shaped Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing. And that's when it went crazy, where he's just like, come on, guys. Is that what we're doing now?
They're
like, well, send us the full box of it and we'll tell you. And he's like, come on,
I don't think I'm doing that. We'll send you back. How'd this box get sealed again?
Exactly. He's like, no. And they're going back and forth. And so, it made this big, thingamajig on Twitter, and it's everywhere, and New York Times picks it up. And then people realize that he's married to Topanga.
I'm drawing a blank, Steve. I'm sorry.
She's from Boy Meets World.
Okay, I at least know the vicinity of what you're talking about.
Yes.
Don't know it's Topanga.
And people were like, oh my goodness, he's married to Topanga. And let me tell you something. Someone made a great point. They're like, the goal of Twitter is never to be the star of Twitter every day.
You want to have as little attention on you as possible for the most part, I think. At least these days.
And so when his name started flowing around, someone was like, a bunch of women came out and was like, yeah, this guy is terrible.
Oh, you mean like he went in for one thing? He went in for one thing and got It started with shrimp tails. Oh, dude. Yeah, sometimes just
and
say
then
less.
like a grip of verified women being like, yeah, I'm glad you're finally talking about it. He was abusive. And it all came down. And then all of a sudden someone said, who would have thought that this whole thing is a milkshake duck? And I had to be like, pause. What in the crap is a milkshake duck? And very often I don't like these phrases. This one is so perfect that I'm like, I'm using it one day. What it is back in Twitter days, there was this person made a random joke. How you say, you like these people and all of a sudden they come out to be terrible. They're like, awesome, amazing video of a milkshake or a duck, plastic duck drinking a milkshake. They're like, oops, next tweet. Turns out duck is terribly racist. And they're like, all those stories are milkshake ducks.
Milkshake ducks.
And they're like, yeah, these people will be like, hey, look at this amazing video. Then later on, they're like, yeah, person in the video totally was saying the N-word everywhere a few years ago. They're like, yeah, those things are called milkshake ducks. And I'm like, that is a perfect phrase for when these people get popular and all of a sudden people come out of the woodwork being like, why are you celebrating this character? We've been telling you for years that they're horrible. They're like, milkshake duck. I'd never heard the phrase, and I'm going to be using it whenever this happens.
So I want to be clear. Something tells me I'm still not getting it. So you're saying that the person that comes out on Twitter and then gets exposed for all this bad shit, they're the milkshake duck?
They're a milkshake
Got
duck.
it. Okay. Just want to make sure. I didn't know if it was like, that type of situation happens. You're like, oh, milkshake duck. But it's like the person is
Yes.
the milkshake duck.
And I think you could also use it as a situation.
Okay.
It's a milkshake
No one going to
duck
get mad at you
situation.
if you say it wrong a little bit, maybe?
People are still like learning about
We're
it
still
on
figuring
Twitter.
it
They're
out.
like, yeah, under the comments, you'll see at least 3 people saying, I'm sorry. I must be late to this thing. What is a milkshake duck? And everybody will be like, oh, here's the reference to it. And when they get back, they're like, oh my God, that's perfect. That is perfect.
We're only like, it could happen at any given time. You just say some dumb shit and it just catches fire.
Oh, dude.
Because there are some dumb,
think-
I don't know, man. I don't know how catchphrases get started.
Here's what I'll say also. Like, I know one thing I can say about our show, I don't think I've ever said anything that is going to get me screwed. If anything, some people will be like, that's offensive, and a whole section of society will be like, dude, we talk about that. We talk like that every day.
Yeah.
We say that every day.
Well,
you ain't got to worry about it.
You've
At
kept
least
me
us, you
under
good.
control for the most part, I think. It's not like I want to say anything that's going to offend anybody. And it's not like I don't get it. Like if I was to say something offensive, I think I would get it for the
Like
most
the
part.
Chutes and Ladders?
You know what? I think about that all the time.
You didn't say it.
No.
You ended up not saying
Well,
it.
just because you were uncomfortable with it.
I wasn't. I said, that's hilarious, but don't say it.
Which means you're uncomfortable with it.
With you. Yeah, with you getting in. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, man. It was just a stupid
Yeah.
joke.
I
That's
don't want
that's
you
right there.
getting
That is like the classic line. It was just a stupid joke.
That is so true.
Yeah.
I mean, look, dude,
But now that we've let the cat, we've like kind of opened that up. So I'm not going to say it. But basically, I came up with an idea for a funny board game when our last president was in office. That's all I'm going to say.
Dude, but you can say it. Now that I think about it, you can.
Yeah, well, now it's all built up.
That's true.
It's all built
that's
up,
right.
and then I'll say it, and then it'll just be like freaking crickets. So
It's going to be cricket.com,
it'll be
G.
cricket.com.
But it is fun. It was when you told me that, I laughed and said, oh, you can never say that in public.
You should have been there, ladies and gentlemen. You actually
Yeah.
were for a second, and then you weren't.
You were there and Dan cut it out.
But that was
he's
like a long time ago, though. That was, God,
A
I mean,
year.
no, like 3 years ago, probably.
It was on this show?
Yeah, so it could have been like 3 years ago.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. We started in 2017, the end of 2017. So
Jeez.
I'm thinking it was like 3 years ago because I was like feeling a little more loose. And then things started, the climate changed, and I'm like, you know what? People are getting in trouble on Twitter, milkshake ducking and whatnot.
Whew.
You know what I mean?
Man, listen.
So I'm just going to avoid this whole milkshake duck opportunity right now and just move along. But it was a funny joke.
I mean,
I think it was funny. I still laugh at it sometimes when I think about it.
It is funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's undeniably funny, but it's just
Patreon. Tell you what, I'll tell the joke on Patreon.
You do that because if I was around a table and you said it, I wouldn't laugh.
You wouldn't laugh?
No,
Well, then why should I say it? If no one's going to...
because I would laugh between you and I would laugh. But if I'm at a table of people and you say that, even if it's all your family, I'd be like,
You'd be laughing on the inside?
Maybe.
Or you'd
would-
be
I would
uncomfortable.
Yes, I
See, and that's why I didn't say it in the first place, because I didn't I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. Now we've just blown this thing out of proportion. It's not even that bad, and you know it's not that fucking bad. But now they're gonna be like, "Damn, Dan's fucking racist or something."
No, it's not.
It's not like that. I promise.
No, it's like I could tell a black joke, Dan could tell a Hispanic joke, but this joke is really on the line.
Well,
It's right there, dude.
literally, if you think about the contents of the show, it's like there's a wall,
Dude.
and
you
we're on
gotta
the
tell
wall.
it on Patreon.
Huh?
Now you have to say it on Patreon.
Okay, I'll say it. You know what though? Again, it's all built up now. It's not that good. And let's move along.
They're gonna laugh.
We got shit to
They're
talk
gonna laugh.
about.
Daniel will laugh especially.
All right. You know what? If you want to hear the joke, hit me up. Maybe I'll just tell. I'll send you a voicemail of the joke, and I'll put some sound effects and make it really funny. Put some chickens in. And
Speaking of voicemails, how do they get in contact with us, Dan?
Oh, it's funny
That's
you should
called
ask.
a sieg.
That was a sieg. But you know, the thing is, Steve, you got to let me know these things now, because now I'm on video and I have to make it all nice and smooth and transitional like I just did right now. And ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, snap! The mix
Hi.
minus.
See what I did right there? A little mix minus action. My name is Dan, and welcome to Heroes of Noise. This is the Heroes of Noise podcast proper. There's probably another one, but they're like fucking fake, so don't ever listen to that shit. Anyway, hi. If you want to get a hold of the show, hit us up at heroesofnoisepodcast@gmail.com. That is heroesofnoisepodcast@gmail.com. On Twitter, you can hit us up at Heroes of Noise. You can reach me, Dan, at DanQPublic, and Steve, the Mr. Uncomfortable, at SE_Hudson Music. Go to www.heroesofnoise.com, and there it just keeps getting better and better, ladies and gentlemen, because if this comes out on video, you can find it there. Well, you can go to YouTube too, but it's all right there, you know what I mean? Subscribe to the show, see our blog with a bunch of reviews, see the people that we're listening to, our friends of the show. Every single show we've ever put out's on there. It's fantastic. It's a website on the internet, okay? So other than that, I'm just going to say one more thing, and I'm going to actually turn this down to say it. We got this thing that we've been doing for a while. Let me just turn it down here, Steve. Trying it out, trying to just mix things in and take them out.
Which mix and minus.
I'm mixing and then I'm minusing. Yes, that's true. So we got this thing called Patreon, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that you should become a part of it. Really, I do, because we're going to be doing some creative things there. What kind of creative things, you ask? I don't know. I really don't know. But that's the thing. It's kind of like our blank palette, and we are going to start doing things individually. Right, Steve? Am I putting words in your mouth?
No, you're not putting words in people's mouths.
You know what I am? No, I'm just kidding. And that was bad. I'm sorry.
It's a Patreon joke.
It was no, it was a penis joke, but I'll stop right there. Anyway, Patreon, guys, check it out. We just did a show. I think it might be our longest show we've ever done, Steve. Personally, on this show, us.
Affirmative.
Right? I mean, we've done some
On
3 hours.
On this thing, well, yeah, on Heroes of Noise, yes.
No, I don't think we ever went for 4 hours on The Word.
Oh, we did. Remember the final call-in show?
Oh, the one that failed? Everyone wasted their time. Yes, I remember that, Steve. I felt terrible about that. I think we actually lost one of our listeners, too. She got pissed. She took the time to be on the show, and then it was like right after that she stopped listening.
Oh, yeah.
You can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
You really can't win them all. But you know what? I think we won on this last one because we had great guests. Melissa Sloter joined us. Quentin, Super Q, he joined us. Kevin McKnight joined us. Amanda Albert. I'm so sorry, Amanda. I don't know what. It's been I've been working 12 days straight. Amanda Albers is what I was trying to say. Joined us. And we rocked that shit for 4+ hours. Longer than the Snyder Cut. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but we had that on Patreon for a while, and it just hit on public, what do they call it? What's the public version? Just your public feed, Steve? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I don't know all these terms. I should know these things. I just don't.
Main feed.
Yeah, the main feed. Yeah, clean me up a little bit. You know what I mean? The main feed.
Your main feed.
That's where it is right there. So you can get the show too. And we hope you enjoy it. Let us know what you think. I think it's a kind of fun because it's a well-rounded group of people where, some people didn't have any prior experience with the DCEU. Well, that's not true, but for the most part, let's just say that. We had a couple of pros. We had one that just, like yourself, Steve, you just loved the movie, and then maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And you had someone like myself that's like, you know what, first time, not impressed. Let's see what happens. So you can see what happens. You can listen to what happens. The seeing part, I'm not entirely sure, because you know what, Steve? I think that we actually tilted Riverside FM. I was playing.
Yeah, I saw that you couldn't upload that file.
Yeah, I was trying to get like this one where it's everybody, all on one screen because, quite frankly, without boring you people, I don't really have the hardware to be doing like rendering all this video. This is new to me, so I thought, oh, this will be easy. And even my Mac's like, oh hell no, you're not doing this. So we'll work it out eventually. But I actually got a hold of Riverside FM and I'm like, hey, where's my show? Like, I've been trying to do this for, like 4 or 5 times now and it keeps failing. And they go, oh, it's beta. Yeah, like you're just doing the most. You can't do that. Stop it. So I don't think I'm going to.
That's beta right now?
That's a beta. I didn't know
it was just beta.
Well, apparently 2 hours is cool. 4 hours is not cool. So now we know for now.
Well, that would have been great to put in that little green thing we see at the corner of our screen.
The reassurance that everything's going to be okay. Can I see it? Let me see what it says. Hold on. Yeah, it says
the recordings look and sound much better than what you see live.
I love
that.
That's
what mine says.
It's reassurance.
It could be like you have only 2 hours of this beta jet.
Right.
Then I'd be like, okay, that's good to know.
Well, maybe we're the first people to ever try 4 hours on here. And they're like, oh, we didn't think of that. I don't know how that's possible.
Someone else is very upset right now. I promise you. Someone else did it and was just like, what the crap?
Here's the thing,
Guaranteed.
though. I was able to download the individual tracks, video tracks and audio tracks, right? So I said, okay, well, I'll just do it this way, and I'll do the Dan thing and do way too much to try and get this video out. Where it's just fine to just listen to, really it is. But I think the only reason that I really wanted to put it out was Melissa's reactions to pretty much everything that we talked about.
Best ever.
Like you could have just had her on mute and just watched the reactions, and it was like classic. So maybe
I remember seeing her reaction to a thing. I thought like there is a part where people were just like, yeah, this thing happened. It was amazing. And it was as if she had not watched the movie. Her whole face was like,
yeah, let me do some. I'll do some.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah. If the video hits, then you'll know what. I'll try and do a little Melissa for you. So like,
And also everybody on it is just a looker. We have handsome and wonderfully looking
It's
people.
a great looking cast of people, man.
Amazing.
I need you to do me a favor, Steve. Talk a little Snyder Cut talk, and I'll be Melissa, okay? So this is only going to work if you watch the video.
Okay. So yeah, here's what I loved about it is the fact that those three boxes were so connected, and then when
it's like that, but just for like 4 hours right there. So thank you.
It's so funny.
Thank you, Melissa, for a really fun time. Like if you guys get to see this one day, and I hope you do, it'll be fun to watch. But if you didn't, you missed out. And damn it, it was the whole cast was great, dude. I keep calling them a cast, the crew, the panel, round table,
Hugh, Amanda, Brian McKnight,
and all
of them,
fantastic.
All
yeah.
So he even gave us a solo. It was really dope.
Oh, that's right.
He did give us a sing. I forgot.
Now that video I have, I could.
Close your eyes, lend me your hand. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand?
You
know what? It's going to be his intro. Anytime he comes on, I'll play that.
It was like Just Once, one of those goofy songs.
I didn't. I wasn't familiar with the song, but
I did. I could have sung along with it. I remember that song.
If it was Just Once, I would have just sung. Yeah, I would have enjoyed.
That's true. It wasn't Just Once, but it was funny when he was singing it. I was like, oh, I know this song.
I was thinking, is he going to be shy? Is he going to be shy on video? And my man starts belting out a tune, so I think he did okay.
Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah. He's all these people are naturals. They're all freaking superstars. It was wonderful. You're going to love it. Check it out on the main feed now, ladies and gentlemen. You got a treat.
Little extra bonus episode this week.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, absolutely. So, Dan, there was some interesting news this last week. Not this week, last week.
What's that?
Awards were offered.
Oh, we forgot to
Offered, I said.
Offered. We're doing great today. It's okay, man. It's all right. It's at least you're screwing up too now. They were offered. Awards were offered.
Offered. They weren't given. They were offered. Well, they're like, would you like this?
They weren't given yet, though.
Nope, they were offered.
Well, so what you're saying is, by that definition, these people should be able just to go, yes, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Well, fuck. Then we've really just, man, we're so liberal now.
Funny? There's a lot of hype behind. Have you heard the business side of not only this but the Golden Globes?
No, dude, you're just full of news today. Come on, bring it.
Well, no, there's for the Golden Globes, they've realized that the funny thing is the people that get nominated are also the people that were taken out on trips by the same company. They're like, well, that's a coincidence. This movie's nominated right after that company sent you to like Colorado for a ski trip.
Really?
And they're suddenly nominated. And so a bunch of these companies are boycotting the Golden Globes. These movie companies saying, we will not do it anymore unless you redo the whole thing. Otherwise, we just don't need you. We'll just go Oscars. Because that's all we're only going to deal with one bribe, and it's not going to be y'all. And so it's coming over to the Oscars where the people, like more and more every year, people are being very upset with what the nominees are. And they're wondering, how is this getting picked? Let me look at who the people are that are picking these. And the people that are picking the nominees are, it's a very
Yes.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh,
When everything's one thing.
Oh.
What's that
It's
word?
not the word I was thinking of, by the way. It's very homogenous. How about homogenous?
There we go.
Did I get the right word?
I have a feeling.
Homogenous works for me.
And that's what they saw. And they're like, okay. And it's true. When you look at the nominations, a lot of people thought that that more, as you read them off, I know that you're going to see people that were just straight up left off. Just left off the list. And I do know who I'm pulling for on a lot of these. There's a few that I'm just like, I'm pulling for this. But certain movies were just not even, they're just gone.
Now, have you seen all of these movies? I would think not.
I haven't seen Minari.
Okay. You've seen everything else?
I saw like Nomadland and all that crap.
I have to watch Nomadland. Okay, well, let's do this then. We can talk about
No,
this
you
for a
don't.
bit. No, I don't. Are you giving a review?
I'm not giving a review. What I'm going to say is I didn't hate it. But what I will say is if you are in the mood to watch somebody travel and walk around, then you're going to like the movie.
Sweet. Right on. No,
And considering you're going to be working 12 hours, something's going to have to hold your attention so that you're not like drifting.
Well, I have till Sunday, April 25th to watch all these movies. I think I can fit that in. Pretty sure.
That's what she said.
I knew it was coming. I didn't even like go, oh, you got me on that one. I was like, here it comes. Here we go. So that's good. Yeah, April 25th, because I do have some catching up to do. I have seen some of these movies, watched part of one, but like, should we go down the line here?
Let's
we can
do
just
it.
talk about it?
Let's do the major ones.
All right, so let's start off with actor in a leading role.
All right.
The nominees, hold on. The nominees are
Love it.
Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal.
Go! Dan. Come on.
Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Go ahead, keep it up. You got 12 seconds. Anthony Hopkins for The Father. Oh, they like that one, Steve. Gary Oldman for Mank. And Stephen Yeun for Minari.
Who are you pulling? Who is your call?
Wow,
on
that was
that,
abrupt.
Dan?
I guess they don't like Stephen. Jesus.
What's your call on that one?
Well, I haven't seen them all yet. So, like, I started watching Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which I've heard is wonderful. But I think that you and I both were going to watch that one, and for some reason we didn't finish. I remember talking about that.
I have not watched it. I haven't watched it.
Okay, so, but you didn't want to watch it because you're still crying over Chadwick, right?
Bingo. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, come on, man! Like we should do this. That way we can give our honest opinion.
Well,
like we
here's
can go.
the
You know
thing,
what? They were so and so was robbed, or so and so totally deserved it. I think we should watch all these movies.
Well, this one is not going to be I don't see it as, if anyone wins, it's not going to be a robbery, I don't think. I mean, we got Anthony Hopkins, who doesn't do a bad performance, Gary Oldman, who doesn't do a bad performance, and the other, like, Chadwick, it's going to be heartbreaking, but if he wins, it's not a robbery of anyone else. I think Stephen Yeun, I haven't seen, everyone that has seen it has said that he's good. He's pretty good in it. Riz Ahmed, though, I mean,
did you watch Sound of Metal?
I loved Sound. We reviewed it here.
Oh, we did, didn't we? For some reason, I got confused and thought we did it on another show. But yes,
Dude,
so Riz,
good,
dude. So who are you going for? Who would you like to see? Did you just say it?
Riz.
I would like to see Riz Ahmed too. I like that movie. I think that it was something that I wasn't expecting. First of all, I'm not going to go and give another review on it again. But I went in thinking it was going to be one thing, and it very much turned out to be another. And he killed it. He the amount of like just angst and depression and frustration that he shows in this one, man, it all really just transferred through, and like it all hit me in the right spots. And it's like I'd like to see him win. Chadwick Boseman, I can't really give an accurate description of his performance or anything like that. I can only go off of what I've heard. And again, I watched maybe 10, 15 minutes of the movie, so I really can't say anything on that one. Anthony Hopkins, come on, man. It was,
Can't lose.
Yeah, but I'm just assuming that his role was good because I haven't seen The Father yet. But I think I'll check it out. And then same thing with Gary Oldman. Basically, I'm repeating what you said. Now, here's the deal, though. Stephen Yeun. I like Stephen Yeun a lot, but I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think so.
He wouldn't blow your mind on this one.
He was good, but like Oscar worthy. I don't know. To be
You're
honest.
not putting him over Riz Ahmed's performance.
No, not at all. I think Riz should win.
He was a freaking, after that movie, I was like, dude, I've always been a fan of Riz Ahmed, but Lord have mercy. I was like, I'm a believer, dude.
Yeah. He just took the freaking movie, was like, just like fucking ate the
Dude,
screen.
I think he's going to win it.
I think he should win
really
it.
do.
I mean,
I think he's gonna win.
From what I've seen, I think he should, but again, it's not fair. So I'll come back to this. I'll circle back, as they say.
Yes.
After we watch these.
But mind you, the Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood, and that's what Mank is.
Yeah, I know. And I've been wanting to see it. It's just one of those ones, I don't know.
Oh, I'm not going to watch that. I will not do it.
You know what I do sometimes, Stephen? This isn't fair.
What's that?
I will shun black and white movies. I don't know why I do that.
I know why I do that.
It's not a conscious thing, though. It's just something that I end up going, oh, why didn't I watch that? And I go, oh, you know what? It was black and white. But I don't know why I do that.
I do it in the same reason I shun camping.
Too many white people or what?
No, it's like, look, we're past that. Why do I want to go back to living on the road?
Thank you.
In 1920.
Thank you.
When we ended up building houses and beautiful things, when I could just be like, okay, I want Wi-Fi. That's where I'm at right now. Why do I want to go watch a black and white movie when I could just watch a movie in color? Now, mind you, there have been exceptions like, oh shoot, what was that movie on Netflix with the young lady that was a maid?
Was that a black and white movie? It was, wasn't it?
What
Roma?
was that? I forgot it was black and white when I was watching it.
Roma was, right, it was black and white. See, like I said, I'm not doing this on purpose. I think that it happens a lot.
No. It has to be really good. And also one of my favorite movies of all time, Ed Wood, is in black and white.
Yeah, I've seen the movie one time, and I saw it in the theater the day of the. I won tickets on the radio, so I saw a sneak preview of it. That's how long it's been since I've seen that movie.
But you did like it though, huh?
I don't know. I remember.
Yeah,
I think maybe.
Watch Ed Wood.
Maybe so. I was really into the Johnny Depp wasn't like Johnny Depp just yet. He was getting there, but he wasn't quite this.
But he's still the same guy though. He still does those weird. He never ended up doing I'm going to do Pirates of the Caribbean. They found a role that he could be weird and be a blockbuster, and say he put him right in there.
I just liked.
So yeah,
Karloff, that limey bastard can eat my shit.
He did so good, G.
Oh my
you got to
God.
rewatch that show.
I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list. There's lots of things I need to check out, Steve. You know what? Another one I need to check out because we're moving into actor in a supporting role. The Trial of Chicago 7. Of the Chicago 7. Have you seen this?
No.
Everyone's talking about this movie, Steve. I feel like we're the ones that are being losers because we haven't seen it yet. That said, I started trying to watch it, but again, it's just one of those things that didn't happen. So in this category, I've actually turned the movie on and watched it.
Okay.
So, but then again, it's kind of cheating because you have two from the same movie. Going down the list, Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7. I've seen the preview. Like I said, I started it, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm just weird that way. If I'm just not in the mood to watch something, whether or not it's going to be the best movie ever, I'll just turn that shit off. And that's exactly what I did with this one. So I'll come back to it. Everyone tells me who was telling me really going hard for this movie? I think it was Paul Hart was saying that he just loves the shit out of this movie. So
okay.
Paul, just for you, I'm going to watch it, okay? And then you have Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Game over.
Thank you. But well,
then again, hold on. The next one is going to make it even more difficult.
And I fucking love this guy too, man. Since Hamilton, I just love this guy. Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami.
He did a great
as
job.
Was it Sam Cooke? He was Sam Cooke, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He was
such a
freaking fantastic. I love that movie, Steven. You know what? We dropped the ball on that one too. It took us a little while to get going with the reviews in 2021. I think we needed to kind of
But we did watch it and reviewed it.
No, we never reviewed it.
Yeah, we did.
On this show?
No.
I don't think so, bro.
We talked about it, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Don't you remember me saying that this person was a good Malcolm X on this show?
No, I don't. It's okay. You know what? Did we talk? You know what? I can't remember everything. And besides, as you had mentioned earlier, I'm going to be 49, so the memories
stop
going.
it.
You know. Okay, well, good. We talked about it, but I just feel like we didn't.
We didn't go
I
deep.
know what it was. I know why I'm thinking this.
What?
We were going to dedicate an entire show to it.
We were, and we did not do that.
Yeah. Sorry. Jonathan Root wanted us to do that, and I was like totally down for it. And then I think it had something to do with work schedules again. So
Yeah.
blame COVID, ladies and gentlemen. It was probably my fault. Or, Steven, tickling the ivories and shit at church. Could have been one of those things. Too. What was that? I like that.
It was a good laugh, wasn't it?
Well, it's going to get clipped now, right? I got another one, too. I'm going to make you sound like agreeable for everything I watch or listen. I guess you can watch and listen now. Here we go.
Okie dokie.
I like it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but now I have an okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Do I say that a lot?
Okie
dokie.
You said it there. That's enough for me.
I did say it there.
I just love pull. Like, the thing is I don't edit like I used to, so I probably miss a lot. I used to like just chop shit up all the time and have I still have stuff you've never heard, but today's not that
We've
day.
become a well-oiled machine, dude.
Say again?
We've become a well-oiled
We're getting there. There's still we have to change a few spark plugs and shit, but we're doing all right.
Absolutely.
2021 is going to be a big year. We're only in March, and I think that we've made some we've done some advancements so far, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
We're getting
I
there.
mean, we've already made it through January and February.
Steve is now watching trailers, so that's a big change, dude.
For Dan, because Dan will ask me if I watch the trailer.
But I didn't today. We're getting off track, but I didn't today because I just didn't think you would. And thank you. So maybe we'll get to that too.
I watched a bunch of stuff that you watched.
Dude, you're saving the show today. Believe me, because my schedule just sucks, and I'm tired.
Someone saved my life tonight.
I'm stammering and shit, dude. It's just one of those. I'll be honest with you, folks. I didn't want to be here, but I'm glad I'm here now. Okay, so just so I can talk to your lovely ears, your lovely ear holes. All right, Sacha Baron Cohen. Trial of Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., I'm recapping, One Night in Miami. I'm going to butcher the name, and it's only 4 letters. Is it Paul Rossi? Paul Racy? Sound of Metal.
Oh, for Sound of Metal, yeah, he was really good.
He was I'm pulling him up in my head right now. He was the guy that owned the group home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, very good.
Really good job.
And then, of course, now this is weird because we have 2 supporting roles here. And I'm not entirely sure why they did this. I did hear something on Wild Pretty Things recently, but where it has to do with just how many. I'm going to butcher this. This is why I said I'm not entirely sure. But I think it has to do with the fact that they take a bunch of votes from individual people, which is how you take votes, ladies and gentlemen. And then it just depends on what these people are voting for. So if everyone puts, for instance, Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya, they both are in this movie, and I think that Daniel Kaluuya should have been the lead. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. But these people decided to go, well, let's just go ahead and it was just a matter of votes, I guess. So instead of having a lead, they both got the same amount of votes or enough to qualify them for the actor in a supporting role. Something like that.
I heard that they have the choice. The actor chooses.
I don't know. Can someone fill us in? Steve, we need a producer that can fact check shit while we're talking.
Oh no, we'd be getting a pause break.
I'd be like, hold on.
But I did hear that they get to choose themselves. So they individually chose best supporting. And considering who they are, they probably are like, no, I wasn't the lead. You were the lead. Oh, you got it, bro. You got it. You're just trying to be like you. And
So
next thing you know.
Oh, I see. They're just being.
Bro, listen, I know that conversation. Just trying to be like you,
Just
baby.
trying to
That's
be
all I'm
like
trying
you.
to do.
Even the Falcon said that on the last episode.
Yeah, G. What's up with that? Letting people into our secret little table talk.
Hey, does he have I think. Oh, see, again, we're gonna go off. But regarding Falcon and the Winter Soldier, does Mackie have an affect he puts on?
Yes.
Hey, I'm just trying to be like you. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But
yes.
there is definitely a Mackie affect, and
it's it's a Will Smith thing.
Yeah, it's doing something right here, right?
Gee.
I was
And
just
the
trying
funny
to
thing
be
is,
like you.
We might be crazy because it seems like everyone else likes the dude.
I don't dislike him, Steve. I think you dislike him. I just think he's in Kinnamanville, like we've established already.
Here's the thing. I think he's that dude in high school where when people find out that he's famous, people are gonna be like,
that dude? Tony from PE?
For what?
Tony with them fucked up glasses in PE?
Yeah, like him. He could never act in theater. They're like, funny thing, still the same guy.
Hey, you know what? Good on him, man. He's in a successful franchise. He's killing it.
Exactly.
Give it to him. Stop being so mean to Anthony Mackie.
More power to
I was
that
just
dude.
talking about his affect. I wasn't talking about his performance or anything. Or was I?
mean, dude,
Maybe a little bit.
Look, okay, the thing is, he's not a scene stealer. I'll just say that.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, when Cap gave him the shield, I'm like, that shield is shocked that you're handing it to him. The shield is like, wait, him?
I don't think I need this shield. I'm going to take it over to the Smithsonian. Yeah, I don't know. That's
the Anthony Mackie Smith.
Yeah, we'll have him at the awards next year. All right, and the winner is.
That is so. You know who? You know the funny thing is, whenever I think of your unknown, like the things we don't pay attention, like under the cover impersonation, it is your John C. Reilly, dude.
Oh, John. Yeah, you want a John right now, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Hold on. Okay, we are back. Sorry, we had to take a little pause right there. My fault. Sorry about that. All right, so actress in a leading role. Did we say who we want to win on that one for supporting role? We did not.
We did. Well, no. I want Kaluuya.
You want? Yeah, I'll take Kaluuya too. All right. Actress in a leading role. Viola Davis, for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Mm-hmm. Andra Day, the United States versus Billie Holiday, which I have not seen.
Have not seen.
Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, and I have seen that one, and I'm like, okay, all right. Alrighty, I think I like that. And then we got Frances McDormand for walking around for 2 hours in Nomadland. She was wearing the best shoes, apparently. And then we have Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. And
you saw that, too.
I did. You have not seen it yet, right?
No.
Dude, I'm just going to say right now she's going to win. Maybe Frances McDormand, though, because you know how that goes.
Dude, they love those movies. You think Frances ain't walking away with this?
It's so crazy. She just rolls up to the mic like the Tasmanian devil.
Dude,
her hair's all messed up.
She's not tripping. Mm-mm. She's not tripping. She's gonna win this. She's gonna win this, dude. It's over.
Well, I agree with you, but I think Carey Mulligan should be the victor, if you will.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is another category. It sounds like there's no robberies.
No robberies, not this time. I'm gonna move along a little more quickly here, Steve. Do you want to just do the whole thing, or what are we doing?
No, let's just do now Best Picture.
Okay, well, this is to actress in a supporting role just to make it even, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. They got Maria Bakalova for Borat. Borat. No. I just looked at the name of I did say it incorrectly, but I just looked at the title completely, that's the craziest title. I thought it was
Borat.
I thought it was Borat 2, and it's Borat's subsequent movie film delivery of the prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. So that's what
subsequent. That's the first time I've ever heard it pronounced like this.
You know what, Steve? I'm just looking at a fucking thing, and
it's subsequent.
I can do that. Right there. And if you notice, I gave you no knuckles. I gave you no knuckles with that bird because that is a sign of respect.
At the sequent, it's subsequent. Under the sequent, it's subsequent.
You know what? Just lap a big old bag of dicks, would you? Just open it up and just have a lick, would you, please?
Today is great, dude. I'm going to get off this podcast happy as a lark, dude.
You know what? That's okay. You know what? I shouldn't even be embarrassed about this. I've been hearing people butcher the English language on podcasts for like the last couple of weeks, so I'm okay with it. That's all right.
You need to be fine with it.
Fuck you. I saved a life. You can't. Did you save a life, Steve?
I did not.
Yeah, that's right. I saved a life, sir. So you know what? If I want to say, what I say, subsequent.
Yes.
Just read the thing.
In all subsequent movies.
Subsequent.
Yes!
You know what, Steve? Mr. Fucking grammar Nazi. Let's move on.
I love it.
You do.
It's not at the sequent. It's subsequent.
All right. Point, Steve. I'll give that to you, all right? Moving along. Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. You saw this, right?
Oh, she's going to skip into this.
Did you see it?
Because she's Glenn Close.
But did you see it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Glenn Close.
It's her name, dude.
It's like if you were to throw Meryl in. Meryl will probably win this one.
That's what everyone says. They're like, when you put her name in, everyone else has to do an amazing job to even be considered beating her. You have to just destroy.
I'm looking at this particular category, and there's only two that I've seen, so I can't really make an opinion. But Olivia Colman for The Father, she's always good. You haven't seen that one yet, right? We talked about that. That's what's his name? Jesus Christ, you threw me off with the whole grammar Nazi thing, dude. You fucked my entire groove up right there. Anthony Hopkins is what I was trying to say. And then, where we go? There we go. Then we got Amanda Seyfried for Mank. No clue. I think she's great, but I have no idea. And then I think this one is the grandma, if I'm not mistaken, in Minari, Ye Jung-yoon. Did I say that correctly, Steve? Is that okay for you?
Probably, and I think hopefully, do you think she deserves it?
I think she was cute. I think the character was endearing. You know what, dude? It's going to be Glenn Close, or it could be Maria Bakalova. Because for some reason, she's really making a splash with this movie. And I don't want to be that guy, but I just was like, okay, if that's how you felt, then right on. But
or it could be Amanda, dude, Mank, dude. You know what Mank is about?
I just know it's a Hollywood-based film.
It is about the making of Citizen Kane.
Yes, Citizen Kane. That's right. I do know that.
Dude, you think that's not going to win everything? They love that whole thing.
Yeah.
Look how Hollywood is amazing.
I've heard good things,
They're going
man.
to love everything.
That's all I can say. I've heard good things.
Seafried, I will not watch that movie.
Why?
Not because I don't want to see it. I just don't think right now it's able to catch my... Dude, considering what I watched for the last 2 days, Mank is not going to capture my attention for 2 hours. Not a chance.
Well, you're on a whole other wavelength right now, though. You know what I mean? As far as like the groove that you're in watching movies is not.
Yes, I'm on a... Especially Shudder is about to drop Insanity in April. Yeah, I'm going to be busy for a while.
Man, I haven't watched Shudder in a while, too. I got to get back to that. Remember when we used to talk about scary movies, like horror movies, like every episode? I haven't done that in a while.
Shudder is destroy. I mean, I remember Patton Oswalt recently put out a tweet saying, he's like, yeah, Shudder is killing it right now. When you turn on the channel, all of a sudden, brand new, a bunch of movies. They're like, yeah, we're going to take over the horror genre. We're going to take it over. I'm waiting for them to do something with Blum and just say, you know what, Jason, come over here. We'll give you whatever. And just make a Blumhouse Shudder channel.
They might have the firepower in a couple years, dude. They may have it now.
It's going to take a while. Well, AMC, that's the money they're going to be taking from. And I don't know if AMC got that kind of Skrilla.
You don't think so?
For Blumhouse.
For Blum,
not like Hulu. Hulu got Blumhouse for a reason because they just got ducats.
Give it a couple years, dude. I think they're on the right track for sure.
I agree. They just bought something from it wasn't Sundance, but they just purchased the rights to a horror movie, which is something that you didn't hear Shudder doing before. But yeah, they went to they got screened and they purchased the rights to one.
Do you know what the movie is?
So I forgot what the movie is.
That's okay. Fair enough. I didn't even know this. You're giving us news. Thank you, Steve. So out of it.
But anyway, back to the Oscars.
I mentioned I work 12 days. I'm working 12 days straight. Yes. People, I'm all fucked up in the head. Don't mind me this week. What else? Saying subsequent and shit like that. I don't know. Let's skip the music. Yes. Let's just end it with Best Picture.
Let's do it.
All right. So Best Picture, the nominees are The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland. This is where it gets interesting. Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of Chicago 7. This is an interesting category right here. And I have seen 1, 2, 3, 4 of these movies. Have
you?
Yes. I haven't seen, again, I haven't seen Trial, haven't seen Mank, and haven't seen The Father.
I think I've seen 3.
From what I have in my brain... See, it's not fair, dude. It's not fair. Like, I'll just say it, but, I don't know what...
Go ahead.
I think I'm going to go Promising Young Woman.
I think I'm going Judas.
Judas is close, too, though, dude. Sound of Metal, Promising Young Woman, and Judas are, the main contenders.
Sound of Metal, man.
Yeah, but is it Oscar-worthy?
Yeah.
Kind of is.
Considering where he started and what happens at the end of the movie,
no, it's great.
It feels like it's a brand new person.
Yeah, I think
this person isn't even the same.
I was simply asking that question for the sake of conversation, but yeah, I already know the answer to that. It is. So.
That's a tough one, dude.
Just going with my gut right now. Going with my gut, I'm going to go with Promising Young Woman.
Number one, we all have to take into consideration the Mank and Nomadland are the stuff that this whole crew wants to win.
Unfortunately.
Behind the scenes. Yeah. Let's just they like those kind of movies. But for us, yes, I would want, I wouldn't hate if Promising won, because I like Homegirl. I think she's always done a good job.
But have you seen it?
No.
Then that's, but I like her performance. But you can't say that, though.
But the thing is, if I've never seen a bad performance from her, why should I assume that this is going to be the first one?
I don't know. You assume some weird shit sometimes, Steve.
I do assume.
You do some weird shit.
But I think it's going to either be, for my liking, it's going to either be Sound of Metal or Judas. And if pressed, I'm giving it to Judas.
Okay. And that would be a very safe guess, I think. I really do.
Dang, I want Sound of Metal to win, though.
Dude, Judas was a great movie, though.
It was. It really. I mean, when I looked up Homeboy talking, I said, "Oh, Kaluuya was. That's odd. It's like that close. Like, Kaluuya talks just like him. Huh. He's a star, and especially considering how he normally talks.
How he normally talks is what blew me away.
I'm like, holy crap!
I didn't even know,
dude. I'm like, man, that dude sounds like wow. I'd have to have him repeat a few things.
For the longest time, I was just like, hey, he's good, but I don't really get it, and now I get it.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Really,
for sure.
So okay, so that's where we're gonna stop because we have other shit we're gonna talk about. All right, yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Hey, ooh, okay. So what else we got now? Oh, this will be interesting, Steve, right here, because I think we talked about this, and we're actually keeping a promise to ourselves. I thought this might be hard for me to do, but we were talking about Joel Kinnaman recently, and how I feel like I just don't get it. I don't get the hype around him. I feel like he's a fine actor, but there's just something about when I watch him, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get what people are seeing. Yeah. He's very stoic, and I think he gets too much credit. I'll say that. But again, probably a really nice guy. I don't know. Maybe he's a dick. I don't know. So we kept our promise, and we decided to watch a couple episodes. You watched 3, Steve, so I already kind of have a feeling of where this is going to go. I watched 2 and would have watched 3 of the first season of For All Mankind. I've already kind of stated my opinion on him. I just did. How about you go first?
Well, you know that I'm neither here nor there with Joel Kinnaman. I'm like, I think he's fine. He's a normal run of the mill, whatever.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of this first episode and just couldn't do it. It just so happens.
Wait, hold on.
The stars align.
Real quick. Did you watch it once before and didn't get it, so you went back to it? Or did you just watch it?
I literally had to watch it again.
Okay.
Because I watched the episode 45 minutes in or 30 minutes in, and I just couldn't do it.
Same thing with me. We're in the exact same.
I just couldn't. But it turns out I turned it off right when things started getting interesting. Mm-hmm. That's the weird part. I'm like, if I would have just waited 5 more minutes, I would have been. But then again, I don't know. Because I was in a different groove then. I might not have at that moment, I don't know if I would have liked it. But dude, I will tell you this. Not only am I a massive fan of For All Mankind, but Joel has changed my mind.
Okay.
I am in on, he's my kind of man, if you catch my drift. He's like, for me, I'm like, you know.
That's cheap. That was cheap. That was cheap. But okay.
Y'all can't see Dan. See, I'm laughing because you guys think I just started laughing out of nowhere. You got to see Dan's face. The disappointment is so perfect. Like, it is
maybe not.
But
the joke though, yes, definitely disappointed in you. Yeah.
Just like his facial disappointment in that when he's just like, oh Jesus Christ, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. But I think like he is legitimate. If you pick he's one of those actors you have to pick the exact right thing for him though, and this part is exactly what he can do, and so it's perfect there. Man, it takes a twist in a few episodes in that I was like, oh, I am in for this movie or this show I'm in for. Dude, this show is dope. People were right. I was incorrect. This mug is dope, dude.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, so I'm guessing that episode 3 is where you took this massive turn, right?
Dude.
Okay.
It's not the same show,
okay,
by the way.
So that's promising. And I will say that, I have a big old plate of crow to kind of. Like, I'm still going to leave a little bit, though, because here's the deal. This show is so fucking good. Like, I think I did exactly the same thing you did. I just stopped right before it got good. But it's fantastic. And it held. And I didn't want to go to work. I was watching it before work. And I was like, oh, man. Like that voice is like, call in. I was really, really, really into the show. And I plan on getting back to it and probably blasting it out over the weekend or when I can anyway, because I'm working so much. But I am a fan of For All Mankind. I think it is maybe, from what I've seen, it's too early to tell, but it could be one of my favorite shows that I've seen in at least a year. It's really, really, really fucking good. But then there's Kinnaman. Let's talk about him for a second. Okay. He's fine in this. I think that the cast is fantastic. Like everyone around Kinnaman is doing. I'm not there yet, but I'm just saying everyone around Kinnaman is killing it. And so let's just take him out of it for a second. This show is still amazing without Joel Kinnaman, but I've only seen 2 episodes. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he does something nutty, fucking.
Oh no, it would still be amazing. Make no mistake at all.
Yeah, no, I know
With
that.
One person, any of the people taken away, except for the lead, the head, the guy that always looks mean. I forgot his name. In every show he's in, he's mean. He's the head NASA guy that's always talking to the.
Yeah, I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, he's always looking mean. That guy needs to stay.
He kind of looks like the dad on that 70s show a little bit.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
He needs to stay, but everybody else, if you pick them out, the show runs because of the story.
Mm-hmm.
The show is just going to run. So, yeah, everyone can pretty much get picked away, and Joe Kinnaman is no exception. He could have left, and you would have still liked the show.
So, regarding that, he's doing fine. But I don't think that I've seen one episode yet or any moment in the show where it's like, oh, now he's in his bag. Like, this is what they're talking about. This is where I've been wrong about him. I'm not, it's not that I'm not enjoying his performance. It's just that he never smiles or he's just so stoic, this character.
It's true.
And I get it, like if you think about why, like, does he have a reason to smile? No, he doesn't. However, that's all I ever see of Joel Kinnaman. So I'm like, okay, so right now we're on par with him. But the show is so outstanding that I'm willing to just like go all the way through it, whether or not I end up going, yeah, he's terrible, which I'm not saying I'm going to. But if I just decided to go, yeah, he's terrible in this, everything else is so good so far. And the turn that I mean, it's already season 2.
Yeah.
So how can I say this? The turn of events, are you referring to the end of episode 2 where we find out a certain person is from a certain party?
No.
So it's after that then.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
It is and that part, my jaw dropped, dude. Because it came right after him killing Game. I was like, look at him killing Game. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm like, oh, no. Oh,
what was that accent you were just doing? Serotonin.
That dude had something to pull out when he got that folder. It was like, I was like, this is not gonna. But
He's
it's,
like,
dude, it's so good.
Guilty.
And I like him. That guy too. What's his name?
I actually should have this up here, bud. Sorry.
The guy that's the rep that's questioning the guy. He's in a lot of things I like, and I just don't know his name.
I'll find it for you right now. If you just
Yeah,
bear
because
with me
he's
for
that
just a
guy that
quick
you'll
second.
see on the street, and I'm like, you're the guy from the thing that I've always, but I don't know their name.
I seem to remember him being in a movie where he was doing a bunch of coke, and I can't remember what the movie was. He was playing like a sleazy Hollywood guy.
I'm not surprised.
And,
That's like as an agent, I would hire him as a Hollywood agent tomorrow. Be like, oh, you play this part. He looked like he could be in the producers.
You're going places, kid.
Yes, exactly.
What is that guy? Oh wait, is it? This is not good podcasting right here, Steve. Lots of silence.
Oh, it's fine. You know what's interesting? In watching this show, I realized something, Dan.
What's that?
It's great that just keep on looking. That men that run the country is only a joint measuring contest. They don't care about anything else. Just being first.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's not about let's explore the star. They're like, let's explore the star and see the things. And someone does it first. They're like, oh, well, crap, I don't want to do it anymore. They're like, oh, you're about to take down the whole net. Yeah. Now that we're not first, I don't care about the star. I'm like, dude, it's just you trying to beat that other guy. Let me do it better in first. And I'm like, that is so trash. And I love how they pretty much lay it on the floor. Like, yeah, we would not care if we weren't first. Well, then I don't want to do it. I was like, man, this is like the little, not the sequent, but the subsequent thing that they're using. That's what you have to pay attention to. It's.
I'm not saying anything. You're wrong, Hudson. You're wrong about that, man. That ain't even right. Why you gotta do that, man? I just made a mistake.
Oh Oh, but yeah, dude, we need women running this country. Maybe they do the same junk. I don't know, but I know that we wouldn't just be like, I'll make a bigger rocket. I'll do a rocket like this. I'll make a freaking army base on the moon. And I'm like, Jesus, dude, this is just becoming I'll just nuke the moon then. I'll show you all. I'm like, man, that's what we're doing now.
I cannot find this guy.
I don't know what his name is. And I've seen him in a million shows, dude.
Me too. And I'm like clicking on every single cast member.
You know what his name was?
You know what though?
Rep
IMDb's
Norman.
like that sometimes. I know I've done that because like at least the way I have my screen set up, like the little thumbnails are so small, they look like pinky nails, Steve. And I can't see these freaking pictures. So sometimes I'll be like, yeah, starring this person because I'm terrible with names, and it's not that person at all. But I can't find him. Oh wait, I think I did. I think I just found him. Hold on. Nope, not him. I think I'm gonna stop because this is bad podcasting. If I find it, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, let me know. But yeah, so the show, from what you've seen so far, Dan, what is the rating you're going to give it?
Oh God, dude! I think I'm going to go with off of 2 episodes, and I can tell that it's just starting to kick in. Dude, I think I'm going to have to go at least 4.5 right now.
That's a 4.5 what?
4. Okay, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. Mystery flush toilets.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 bumpy landings.
Broken wings. There it is. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 broken wings.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
I'm a bit behind you, but I think it's right. It's way better than average. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite of the year. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite, but it is going to be one of the ones where I'm like, it's good.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I was like, okay, immediately I knew as soon as I started, maybe like, I think I was in a better mood watching it this time too, but I think within like 30 minutes, I'm like, uh-oh, damn it. Now I got another show to watch. I knew it immediately. Like just, son of a
for
bitch.
sure.
And I can't remember exactly what part it was that got me thinking that way. But I'm like, all right, this is totally speaking my language right now. It's so fucking interesting. And I love a good, like, hypothetical. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah, and this is totally based on a hypothetical. I mean, I guess I should probably say what it is for people that don't have Apple TV, because for all mankind, I forget that not everyone is just, like, watching television every fucking minute of the day like us. You know what I mean? So if you haven't heard of this show, it's on Apple TV. And it stars Joel Kinnaman. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Come on, computer, do your thing. There we go. In an alternate version of 1969, the Soviet Union beats the United States to the moon, and the space race continues on for decades with still grander challenges and goals. Creators Ronald D. Moore, Ben Nadivi, Matt Wolpert, and stars Joel Kinnaman, Michael Dorman, Sarah Jones, and like a whole bunch of people because I can't seem to find anyone on here. But yeah, it's on Apple TV. It is, I think it just went into its 2nd season. So
that's good.
That is good because that means that we can just kind of like binge and then just keep going. We'll probably catch up. And then we'll be doing a weekly thing again. But check it out, guys. Seriously, like it's really good. And the other thing too is that it's got a fantastic soundtrack too. A really good, from what I've heard so far, a great 60s, 70s soundtrack. So check it out.
I think it's the most normal 60s, 70s soundtrack of any show.
Yeah, and you also say like, oh, I haven't heard of these people. I never heard of this person. It's good. I
know, but these people, I'm like, yeah, that's what you put in this movie.
Well, okay.
Obviously.
Yes, I will give you that. Like there's it works for the scenes. But every one of these songs that you hear in you know what, you're right, Steve. Every one of these songs that you've heard, at least in episodes 1 through 2, you've seen in every
Top
60s
Gun or something.
Well, every 60s kind of movie. You know, they know the songs to pick, but I think that they fit well with the scenes, particularly the Corvette racing scene.
That almost took me out of it.
I could see that. I could totally.
I was
see
like,
that.
"Are we doing we're doing this today?"
And you know what? There is one thing that I will say: post Corvette racing scene, and I did not like this in Top Gun, and I don't think I like this in any movie or television show.
The
whatever.
Group singing. I know, dude. I know.
There's always like one. Hold on, though, Steve. So, but who do they get to lead it? They get Joel Kinnaman. He's just like,
of course, that's your boy.
Looks like Frankenstein. Come on, you sing now. It was just. Because he's so stoic, you know what I mean? Like I keep waiting for this dude to like pop off the screen and go, this is what they're talking about, and I'm just not there. And I'll say this too for anyone that's going like, oh, you just hate him and you're just being that way. No, I'm not. Like I want to find what it is about this guy that everyone is so into, and when I do see that, or if I do see it, I will definitely let you know because I've got nothing against him. I'm just waiting for the frequency to hit.
I don't like musical numbers, so I fast forwarded, but I did learn something. It's what becomes of the brokenhearted. I did not know that.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was What Becomes of a Broken Heartache.
What
But when they rhymed...
Getting heartache. Yeah, I can see that. I could...
Yeah, but when they rhymed "hearted," I was like, "Oh, it's broken-hearted," and I'm like, still don't appreciate the song, still don't like the song, but it's fine.
I never thought it was that though. But that's because when I was a kid, in my stupid head to make myself laugh in the car, it'd be like, "What becomes of the broken-hearted? Tried to shit but only farted." That's what I used to say. In
That
my
is
head.
funny.
That's what I said.
That's clever,
and that's why I remember it.
It's
It's
you
not.
should have sang it in the car.
7-year-olds shouldn't really say that kind of stuff, Steve.
Probably.
But this
Well,
7-year-old was
some of these
laughing.
Some of these kids are very cussy around their parents.
Dude, I know.
And most of them are, anyway,
What?
they haven't gotten beaten yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing anymore. I don't think you can beat kids anymore.
No, we shouldn't beat children. Trust me. We should not have ever done that. But, we were the last generation to get beat.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is spanking beating?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering where you're at. I believe that I don't hit my kids. I never have ever spanked my kids. But I'm one to think that maybe if we never took away the ass whipping, we might be in a better position these days.
No,
I'm not talking about punching the kids in the face and locking them up, not feeding them.
But I think it would we would have grown people that think violence makes people change their minds.
A good firm spanking, son. That's what you need.
Bingo.
I'll be like, please, spank both cheeks. Spank me, Bolton. All right.
What's next?
My phone's ringing. That's what's next.
Wow, I bet you it's a come on in.
Yeah, you know what? On this video one, I'm just not going to edit shit. You know what?
Okay.
We're a podcast. I'm not
Answer
in a
the phone on the pod.
I'm not in a movie studio or a music studio, rather. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm in a fucking bedroom
Just
right now.
answer the phone.
I'm not going to answer the phone.
Oh, I thought that's what you
No, I'm just saying, shit happens sometimes. I like to clean it up.
Yes.
I like to clean things up when it's too, like if we do a lot of breaks and stuff like that. That's what I clean up. But this kind of shit, let's keep going.
Screw it.
Screw it, Steve. Screw it. Did you watch Calls?
Yes.
All right. Now, I am curious to hear your opinion on this one because I'm not entirely sure what you're going to say. A lot of times I go, oh, yeah, I know what he's going to say. This one, I don't know. You want me to
go first?
Well, let me just go ahead and explain
Yes.
what it is. So, Calls, speaking of Apple TV, a new series just came out. It's told through a series of interconnected phone conversations. Chronicles the mysterious story of a group of strangers whose lives are thrown into disarray in the lead up to an apocalyptic event. And it's called Calls. It just dropped on Apple TV last week. And I'll just sort of explain what it is to me, and then we'll let Steve go. Oh, by the way, the cast is pretty crazy too, which is the main reason why I wanted to watch this. So really quick, let me just give you a quick rundown of the cast, all right? Because there's a lot of people in this, man. You've got Aubrey Plaza. That's an instant win for me. You got Clancy Brown. That's an instant. You got Rosario Dawson. Mark, is it Duplass or Duplass? Duplass. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't saying it wrong, Steve. Paul Walter Hauser, Nick Jonas. Who else? Judy Greer's in this. Who else? Karen Gillian's in this. That's enough people. Danny, is it Putty? How do you say his name? Pooty. And then, of course, there's Ben Schwartz, Pedro Pascal, Pedro Pascal plays a guy named Pedro in this. Jennifer Tilly, and the list honestly just keeps going, man. There's a lot of people in this, but you really wouldn't know it. And it's all done. It's kind of like a podcast in a way. Like I used to listen to a lot of like horror podcasts, and Steve, I know you still do. But like, do you think that this could have just been by itself, just a podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your yes just explained to me what you're going to say about this show. But I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to turn it over to you.
I will say this. I watched the first episode, and since I'm such a big podcast listener, my brain kept on wanting not to look at the screen. Mm-hmm. My brain was like, why are you looking at the screen? Like, do something else. You're supposed to be searching your phone or doing something else while you listen to this. I will say that the people that made the visuals are superstars. Whoever this company is, they need to go on and do... I mean, they can make anything interesting. If you can make this interesting to look at, you can make anything interesting to look at. They are a star company. So whoever y'all are out there, oh my God, y'all are incredible. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, oh, make our conversation interesting. I'm like, what? How? I don't know. But there's like things that would happen, and they would act it out in like audio lines. And I said, that is whoever's behind this is a gift. But I would recommend if everyone here listens, whoever listens to podcasts, I'm assuming you do since you're listening to us, listen to this one. because your brain will be able to delineate the different voices because you've already been trained that way because you've listened to podcasts like story podcasts. Your brain can delineate who's talking and who's not. That first episode was really interesting, though. I will say, like, I was in about 3 minutes in. I think they got me. And I realized that after it was over, I was like, oh, they had to get you 3 minutes in because it's only like 20 minutes. So they're like, we need to get this story going. There is no build up.
Yeah.
And because I thought it was episodic. So when it ended, I said, oh, shoot, what's the next episode? I'm like, oh, it's bottles. They're bottle episodes. They're each its own.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it, man. I will listen to the rest of these episodes. No question. I'm going to listen to the rest.
So how many did you watch?
1.
Okay. All right. That's good that you like it. And I think that you'll continue to like it. I blasted through. If you watch the whole thing back to back or listen to the whole thing back to back, it's approximately 2.5 hours. And that's like a cakewalk.
That's nothing.
Yeah, it's a cakewalk.
That's a no sleep. That's a 1 episode of a no sleep.
Well, we just proved we can watch a 4-hour movie.
Yeah,
Although,
tell me about it.
still, sir, I'm not entirely sure that you watched the movie. I have to go back to that for just a second. I don't think you watched the whole thing. Now, I admit the joke. I'm going to go back to a joke I made.
Okay.
It's a dumb joke, but you didn't even know what a mother box was, bro. See?
I still don't.
It's the fucking movie. It's in the. Oops, sorry, my kid's testing right now. It's in the movie, dude. It's like it's the whole movie. The mother boxes. How many times?
Oh, well, I know what the boxes were. I didn't know they called them the mother boxes.
They only say it 900 times, Steve.
No, didn't know that.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, I feel more justified about my joke.
Again, I actually watched it in 2 sittings.
You said because I was like, he's going to get this, and he'll like it. It's not a great joke, but he'll like it because you were going with for some reason, as you can see if you're watching this video, he's going with Bruh Man 5th Floor, and I said that's great. I said, but you should have gone with Brother Box for this one. And it was just crickets, and I'm like, how? Okay, maybe it's not funny. That's great. I say unfunny shit all the time. That's not true. Quentin got it.
Q. Who else though?
I think that they got it, Steve.
No, they would have laughed. They would have laughed.
This is true. I'm not saying it's funny. But I think they got it.
But they would have laughed. I think they would have. I think no one. I didn't think of it as the mother. I didn't think about it at like the names of the boxes at all.
No, I don't even care about the joke. It just blew my mind that you didn't know what a mother box is, and that's the whole. It's the whole thing. It's like the entire thing.
My thing is, it's the whole thing. But for me, it's the visualization of the whole.
Not
thing.
To mention,
like the name of that thing isn't a big deal. It's the visualization of don't let these 3 things come together. Whatever you want to call them, don't let these things unite. I forgot to talk about the Wizards in the beginning because I think that had something to do. But anyway.
Yeah, it's just that you saw like basically 6 hours of the Justice League. And in the first 2 hours of the Justice League, the original one, Steppenwolf walks around going, Mother.
But I've only watched the Justice League once. That was in the theater.
Yeah, but you watched it. You have a great recall. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Movies, and it was good. Okay,
the joke was bad, but it wasn't
bad.
It was better than what you gave it credit for because I just don't understand. I don't understand.
That's true.
I don't.
It was no chutes and ladders, but it was a good joke.
I mean, I was able to say that one. I don't know why you keep saying shoots and ladders, but I do know what you're talking about.
Is it not a shoots and ladders joke?
No, I gave it. No,
don't say it.
No, I'm not.
But in my brain, immediately it went to shoots and ladders to reference.
No, it's more of like a. Did you ever see the board game Jaws when you were a kid?
No.
Remember those games where like I'm not going to get into it, but like when you had so much time and if you didn't, something would like pop up or
Operation.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. Or that'll work. There's another one too. I was thinking where you put like shapes into a board, and if you don't do it in time, it like
Kerplunk.
What was it called?
Kerplunk.
No, not Kerplunk. But you know what? That's okay. It's all right.
Do you remember that? If it goes Kerplunk, you're a sunk. Remember that a commercial?
I don't know. Did you ever play with a Bop It?
No.
Did Maj play with a Bop It?
No.
Yeah, those are stupid, Steve. Don't ever get a Bop It.
Remember Skip It's? Skip it.
Maybe we should
tie one part of on your ankle and you'll throw them and your other leg jumps while the thing swings around.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had one, didn't you? You had to skip it. You liar. No. That's how you became so agile.
I was on my Tony Hawk joint.
Did you have a bike? Did you have a BMX bike? Was it alloy and like, look, I can lift it with my pinky?
Dude, people would freak out because I could do wheelie. I was one of those dudes that could do wheelies all the way down the street for as long as I wanted to.
Did you ever fall?
Uh-huh.
Fall?
I have scars all over my body.
No, I mean like doing wheelies and stuff. Did you ever fall and hurt your back?
Oh yeah, I remember I ripped my side open so much that my mom almost beat me up.
Ripped your side open like the Flash.
Dude, yes. See? Look at you bringing it back around,
Just
man.
testing you, Steve. I'm still not
like
entirely
that.
sure that you watched the movie. You just talked about it for 4 hours.
I would trust me. If I didn't watch the movie, I'd be like, "Good news, bad news, Dad. You have to do this 4-hour situation by your lonesome. I'd love to be there."
You have put me in situations like this before.
I have.
My
Absolutely.
favorite situation you put me in, Steve, is when I'm trying to get off, like, because we usually have to go to work after we record. So I'm trying to get off too, but you'll be like, we're in the middle of talking, and you'll just go, "All right, I got to go. Peace out. I love you." And you'll just leave me. And like, I'm with the guests. I'm like,
All you gotta do is be like, "I gotta go too."
No, I know, but it's so weird. It's very weird. Favon and I talked about this, by the way. It's weird. It's weird. We were talking about you. It's a
peace.
It's a weird thing that you just dip out like that. I think you should from now on give me like a 10-minute warning.
I like to do the Prince thing where it's just like, "Bama, God bless you, good night," and just dip off the.
And then come back out like 10, 20 minutes later when the whole crowd is gone.
Gee, I remember I waited for that and he did it, and I was like, "It's not a myth. He actually did this before."
I felt so
Like,
bad. There's this
dude,
weirdo
half
dude.
the crowd was gone. He came back out, and we're like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah, there's this weird cat at work. He's I won't say what he is, but he's this weird cat, and he always has a story. If you get this guy talking, he will not do his job. But I ended up making, like, I think Prince was on, and he came in and he told his Prince story, and I thought he was so full of shit because he told me the same thing you told me. It's like, I'm getting ready to leave, and he comes back on, the lights go out, and he does like a whole other little set, and I'm like, "Yeah, just for you, huh? Okay, jerk off, sure." And he did that though, so which means I missed it. He probably did this in Fresno.
In Fresno, no. One of the times he came back out, during the musicology one, he did not.
No, this was
But the one after musicology, he did.
Cell and Arena. No,
Yeah.
this was before musicology.
Oh, that
I
was
think.
way before. Yeah, then no. But in Fresno, the second time I saw him, he did come out 30 minutes later when the lights were on.
So why would you be hanging out in a concert 30 minutes? Oh, because you knew this was something that was going to happen? You heard
I had
about
a
this
feeling,
already?
and we were a stage side, and so everyone was leaving, and we were right by we were just like, "Let's just stand, and we've been standing for 2 hours. Let's just wait." And he comes back out, and we thought, "Oh, Prince is coming out to take away more of his equipment." And he gets out, he gets on the piano, and he has that automated thing that has like backgrounds of all of his songs. So he'll press one and be like, "Ding." We're like, "Oh my God." He's like, "I could do this all day." And he'd go down and he would have, but he didn't sing them really. He had us sing along with him.
He was just there for a little
He
fan
was just
service.
having fun. And he's just like, "I have this many hits that I can fill up this whole piano of instrumentals, and you will know every single one of them." I was like, "Jesus, dude."
How long's he been gone now?
5 years?
5 years, dude. 5 years, no Prince.
With no Prince on this earth, dude. I still need to
kinda
go.
weird.
I got to go to Paisley Park in the next few years.
Would you go do the whole tour?
I would pay for the they have that New Year's Eve bash where all the Prince fans from all over the world go over there and meet up.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's like $120, $300, something like that.
Yeah, $120 to $300 times like thousands.
No, it's not that much, but they
No. I'm saying like the tickets don't really have to be
Yes,
that much
exactly.
because so many people are coming to this.
And they said normally when you get on and buy, it'll be like, "Sorry," like as soon as the time is there, it's like a Comic-Con thing. "Sorry, sold out," because people wait till exactly the moment and push buy because you can only have so many people in Paisley Park.
I don't know when I'll ever get out that way, but I would definitely like to check it out. I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Dude, life is about to reopen.
That's true. But I don't think that's Paisley Park's the first place I want to go. I got other shit I got to do, Steve. I got to get some sun on me. I got to, swim with some dolphins or some shit like that.
Swim with some dolphins.
Yeah, why not? I don't know. Maybe
You
pet
go to,
pet a manta ray in the ocean.
Now, that would be nice. If you
Yeah.
pet a manta ray, I would say, you know what? That doesn't beat Paisley Park, but it's close.
I think that petting a manta ray for me would it's not so much the manta ray as the experience because like I know we're like getting off track again, but like I hate the ocean, so like it's a whole thing. Like if I'm in that
I didn't know
ocean
you hated the
having
ocean.
I don't trust it. If it's clear water, I trust it. If it's not, like if it's like the California Pacific, I'm not. Nope,
I get it.
not going in there. Stepping on
I get
hypodermic
it.
needles and shit.
I would trust the water more than a plane.
Either one will kill you violently.
Yeah, but you're more likely. Like for me, a lot of things have to go wrong for me to drown. Not many things have to go wrong to fall out the sky. A miscommunication can have you fall out of the sky. A lot of things have to go wrong with you to drown. And then for you to drown and you die. That means no one can be seeing you.
It could be one thing. What if you're out there, and granted, I know these things aren't super heavy, but what if you're out there like boogie boarding or something like that? Mm-hmm. And all it takes is for the wave to come up, pow, you hit yourself. And for some reason, it just hits you in the right spot where you're now unconscious and you drown.
But then that means no one saw you go under. Normally there's lifeguards and they'll be like, something's wrong out there. Doesn't matter if you have a lifeguard on a plane, G. You're going down.
Okay, well, if there's a shark that's attacking you, you're going down.
It's true. But yeah, that's true.
I think there's just as many chances. As a matter of fact, I feel safer in the air than I do in the ocean.
Oh no, I'd rather get a shark bite than go down in a plane any day of the week. I can survive a shark bite.
Could you though? I mean, people have. People have survived plane crashes too. A lot of people, well, not maybe a lot of people, but people have survived plane crashes.
Whereas shark bites, you like how many shark kills person? Not shark attacks, but shark kill person. You don't really get those a lot. Normally they take a bite and dip. The plane is like, I'm taking all your yuckas with me.
That's the thing is it takes numbers in one dip.
Come on, G. What are we talking about?
I'm gonna stick with the flying. The flying actually does something for me. Like I'm just not out in the ocean, just existing with a chance of getting, this is me, by the way. I'm drifting. I see that in the water.
We shouldn't be flying.
I don't think we should be in the ocean. What business do humans have in the ocean outside of being on top on the surface, fishing? I think
swimming and being in the ocean is more natural than being on a machine that drives.
No doubt.
On the roads. I think we're way more natural on the ocean than driving on a street. We're not supposed to be going that fast. That's why you get car sickness. We're not supposed to be going that fast.
I say it all the time, though, man. It's like that's pretty common because we're used to it now. But it's like you don't see a jellyfish walk by at the post office. Like we're not supposed to be in the ocean.
Yes, we are.
I don't know. What is it? Because it's here for you and me.
Is that why? Emerged from it.
I don't think we
became
did, bro.
single cell organisms.
Nah, bro. I don't think we did, man. I think the aliens brought us.
Gee, did you hear that new theory?
I'm
almost assuring you didn't read. So there's an actual legitimate theory that you know how when massive craters or massive asteroids hit the Earth, mm-hmm. it literally will release dust so far that some of it can go into the stratosphere, onto the moon, into the universe. They're thinking, hypothetically, if a big enough asteroid hit Mars, some of that could have made it to Earth, and that dust could have had some of the things that made us. So he's like, we could have been Martians.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
That's some stoner shit, though, G. That's stoner talk.
Well, that's like astrophysics. They're like, yeah, we've been talking about that theory, being like, yeah, we might have come from another place, but now we're here, so it doesn't really matter. But it does matter. I'm like, that's insane. They're like, it's not so insane.
All right, bro. Hear me out. All right, check this out. What if a big fucking asteroid, right, hit Mars and put some Mars dust into the fucking space, and like on that dust was like an organism, and then that shit fell and didn't burn up in the atmosphere, right? And then now I'm here.
That's crazy.
That's feasible, bro.
It's totally legitimately.
You know what? Honestly, crazier shit's happen. You know what? Like we don't know anything. There's a lot of smart people out there that have a really good idea of what's happened. There's a lot of shit we still don't know. I think there's lots of speculation.
I read Stephen
I know it's a
Hawking's
theory. I'm just saying.
And I was like, oh, I'm not smart. Like the way this person just talks normally, that is smart. I read Neil deGrasse's. That dude is smart. Some of these people, I'm like, this is not normal. These people aren't normal human. Well, let me change that. They are normal human beings that were really interested in a thing that happens to be way above all of it. Like I'm not going to do that again to you, but I could go.
I already know where you're going with the subs.
I could talk to lower level things.
So now I'm on a lower level than you. Is that what you're telling me?
No. I was going to say the sub thing, but I'm not. I'm going to use a different. I'm like, I could talk to sub.
You're beating a dead horse.
I know. That's why I stopped doing it. And I was like, yeah, I could talk to people on a lower level about the stuff, but once Stephen Hawking and once he starts talking about time and he waxes about it so poetically that I understand what he's saying, but I couldn't explain it to someone else. But he loves what he's talking about. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And when he talks about these things, I'm like, yo, that's real. And then I tell it to someone else. They're like, that's stoner talk. I'm like, I know, right? And that dude just said it right now.
You know what? I'm a believer that some of the most intelligent ideas may have stemmed from someone doing drugs.
I'm not surprised at that at all.
You know?
I know the best albums did.
Yeah, that's proof right there.
Oh, no
I
question.
mean, I think movies, psychedelic movies and shit like that.
I hate
is just,
psychedelic movies.
You know, I'm just saying, Steve.
I'm
I
just
think
saying,
that they came from doing drugs because you know why? It's psychedelic.
Yeah, I feel you. But remember what is that? Fear and Loathing Las Vegas? That's a terrible movie, dude.
Yeah, not good.
And people still rave about that thing. Just like
I
Pulp
don't even
Fiction.
I don't even like Benicio though. So
wait a minute.
and I didn't hear a word he was saying. I didn't understand a word he was saying that entire movie.
You don't like him as an actor?
He's all right. He's okay.
Really?
He's all right.
Usual Suspects did nothing for you.
Okay, and what else?
That one, The Hunter or The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones, where he's a person like that Tommy trained a killer, and Tommy has to go into the woods and find him. He was great in that.
Okay, I'll have to check it out, Steve.
Yeah. All right, we've got other reviews. I got like 10 minutes.
Okay,
I'm
10-minute warning.
I'm not going to just dip. I'm not going to be like, anyway, got to go to work. Holla at your boy. Peace out. Peace.
You just leave me holding the bag by myself here. You've done that too, actually, before. All right. Well, tell you what, the floor is yours because that's all I've seen. 12 days straight.
Okay. I watched two. I'll talk about two more things. One of the things is a cartoon. I'll call it a cartoon called Invincible that Dan so wonderfully referred me to.
It's an animated series.
It's a cartoon, and
just talked about it. By the way, talked about it. This
Yes.
is the follow up because I talked about it last week, and we've now. Have you seen every one of them?
No. I've only seen two.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, number one, I had to look up the names because I did not know. I knew the names that you told me about, and I was like, let me see who all is in this.
Mhm.
Some of the other like random side characters that didn't. Some of the random side characters, they were.
You're
I was like,
referring
hey,
to
I know their
episode 1.
names too. I was like, this is crazy. But anyway, I think the shocker. There's a shocker that happens in one of the episodes. You prepped me for it, so I appreciate it. I knew it was coming.
Oh well, then I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad because you said you're like, oh, things take a left turn, and I said, oh, that means someone is a something then, because that's the only left turn that happens in these shows.
See,
that means
that's
that
why I'm not
person
going to
is
tell
a
you stuff
that
anymore.
person.
Yeah, I don't want to, but it's fine. I mean, I'm glad it didn't bother you that I told you something. But if that to me, it seems like I ruined it a little bit for you.
No, because they get it out of the way. This wasn't a series finale or a season finale. This is let's give you the baseline of what this show is about and let's move on. That's what they did. They're like, this is a thing. Now, let's get on with the actual show. And that's what I appreciate. They didn't be like, oh, no. Yeah. They're like, this is a thing, but now what? And I really like it. And
I haven't read enough of the comic to know whether, like, what happens next. If there's going to be things like that. I'm sure there's got to be. Like, I don't think you just open with something like that.
No.
And then never come back to it again. But it's got me very curious of what's
to come. It's good, dude. And Steven, I'll tell you this, Steven Yeun knows how to sound like a teenager. Like, he doesn't even sound like himself, dude.
Is Yeun better? No, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I was going to say, is he better in this than he is Minari? But I don't know.
He was great in Walking Dead for me. I thought he was fantastic.
He broke my heart, man.
Whew. That was... I can see why people...
Was it Mayhem? He was in Mayhem, right?
Yeah. Oh, he was fantastic in Mayhem.
Yeah.
That's a great
awesome,
movie
dude.
we don't talk about enough.
We don't. We really should talk about it more.
That's a great movie, dude. Fan-freaking-tastic.
Quick question. What did you think of the animation style? It was good. Do you remember what I said about it, though? Like, am I wrong in thinking that it's kind of got like a DC look to it?
Absolutely.
Like the strong lines in the jaw and stuff like that.
They purposely are making it a superhero cartoon.
Yeah.
For sure. And I like it. I like the fact that they really go into the flying mechanism, where in your brain you don't even have to think about how someone flies, but when he's learning to fly, he's like, yeah, this is not something you do naturally. You have to learn how to do this thing. And I think that's an important part of, this this thing. I think it's really fun to watch him learning these weird. Now he did catch on mighty quick. That was like, oh, now he's.
Well, when you have superpowers, Steve, you're just a little more of a. Achiever,
and it was good. So I would give the first 2 episodes of Invincible 2.5 out of 5 squished heads.
2.5. All right, you're right in the middle. You don't know where it's going just yet.
Yes, right down the middle. Mind you, we've had some amazing, even like the DC anime. We have some amazing animated stuff out right now. So they're in a crowded field. The only crowded field they're not in is Prime Video. There's not enough on Prime Video to set you like this. This show would not last on HBO Max. It just wouldn't be because DC's there.
Every so often, I like it just happens every few months where it's like, man, I really wish we would have gone to like a 1 to 10 or 0 to 10 versus a 0 to 5. It just seems like we'd have more play as far as how we did our
I love 0 to 5.
reviews. It's simple. It works.
Yeah,
I'm not going to change it. It's just every once in a while.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, every once in a while though, I just kind of get that. Maybe I should have done a little bit more. Maybe it should have been like 7. Let's just go to 7.
It's perfect.
Okay, all right. So 2.5. It's half perfect for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. By the way, what did you think about Manzukis?
Oh, dude, I love Manzukis.
You do,
but on this show, I get what you mean. Like he stands out like.
Right, it's the thing. It's like it's not like all the other characters talk that way. He's sounding like he's coming from like a children's show,
like a different show. Like everyone's having this conversation. He's like, "Hey, man, I was like, whoa." Yeah.
People are just talking like how we're talking right now, and he wants to come in and do all this stuff. He talks like this all the time.
Yes,
and it just for some reason it doesn't work. It actually pulls me out of it a little bit. But I think that might just be Manzukis in general because I don't think I've ever really seen him anything where he's not doing that.
Oh, dude,
even to a degree in John Wick, he did that.
Yes, and the problem with the one in this one is him doing that is, it pulls you into a TV show. Oh, now I'm in a show.
Yeah,
we're not in reality
that's a good
anymore.
Yeah, I like
now
that.
We're
That's
in
a good
show.
explanation. Yeah. I like it.
Now I feel like I'm in a cartoon. Before I was like, I'm engaged with these people. Now I'm in a TV show because no one talks like that.
I think it's poor casting, but it is what it is.
It
we're
is, but dude,
we're stuck with him.
I love him, but man, you hit right when he started talking. I was like, oh crap, Dan was right. He took you totally out of the show.
Do you think that you would, had I not brought that up, would you have still felt that way?
Yes.
So it's really apparent, right? It's
very much.
Yeah. I don't know.
After that battle, he's a lot.
The contrast between characters, his character and everyone else, just bugs the shit out of me. That's the only thing. It's the only complaint I have about this show so far.
It's like, it's a lot. Now, and there's also a really cool, there's a demon character that I just love. I think that his powers are pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's that, and using him it's just fun. It's like fun stuff that's happening. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the rest of this show, no question. I
like the handlers too. The handlers, how they just like appear out of nowhere and shit. That's pretty dope.
They're sort of this mist at first, then they just show up. I'm like, this is really cool. And
I don't know if they're not called the handlers, but you knew what I was talking about when I said
absolutely. That. It's fun. It's a fun show. I would recommend everybody that has Prime watch this. Absolutely. Especially if you're in the mood for, if you're fiending for The Boys and The Boys aren't here. This will.
So you see what I mean by that too.
Absolutely.
It's got that whatever The Boys has, but it is not like a mockery or an imitation of The Boys. It's its own
and
thing.
Here's the thing, Garth, that dude created a lot of stuff that people are using now, like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't realize it until I'm like, that's kind of like Preacher. I'm like, dude, that dude created a lot of like.
He opened up the door for a lot. Yeah, he opened up the door for a lot of people to come in and just be way more abrasive, graphic, and it's good. I think.
And the show The Boys is not as graphic as the comic The Boys.
No, they could never do.
They could never get away with what they do.
There's
and
so
then
much
you still like the
ridiculousness.
people. Like you can't still root for these guys when they do what they do in the comic. You can't root for. I did. But most people cannot do that.
And it seems like the further we get out, like as far as years go, it's just going to become worse to look back on the Boys comics. They're bad, but in a good way.
The Butcher is a horrible person.
Yeah.
Just horrible. But so that's Invincible. And then I watched a movie called Corporate Animals. and it stars Ed Helms, Demi Moore, Jessica Williams. And mind you, the only reason I watched this is because I was looking for something to watch for us to watch on I went on to Hulu, and I was like, what's this? Demi Moore used to be like, when she dropped something, it was a major event, not a Hulu.
It's been a hot
Hulu
minute, but
things
you're
are
right.
Major events. And so what happens in this movie is this woman has the most food, edible. She has an edible plastic fork business where you can eat the forks too, because it's good for the environment. But behind the scenes, she's a horrible person. She just puts on that liberal thing for commercials, but behind the scenes, she's terrible. And she's like, I'm going to take you guys on a retreat into caves, and we're going to go from there. And so they go on a business retreat, and they get trapped in a cave. And and I was like, well, this doesn't seem so horrible. And then it says day 1 in blood letters. And I was like, oh, I already know I am in. Once you put the red day 1, you're like, oh, this just changed. This is a different movie than what I think it is. And it turns into something else. I'll leave it at that. It turns into a different movie, and it's called Corporate Animals.
So I should watch it. We won't come back to it. Maybe if it's something that really wows me, I'll talk about it. But
yeah, do something else.
What do you mean? Don't watch it?
No, watch it and do something else.
Gotcha.
Like, you have your phone on.
Okay.
Don't.
It's not going to require my attention like a lot of other movies.
No. You could look at your phone, because that'll make you enjoy the movie. That's going to make you enjoy the movie even more, because you'll be like, oh, that's funny. And then you can go back to what you're doing. And then every so often something gross will have you like, oh, that's interesting. And then you can go back to your... You might get caught up in it. You might like the movie. I think Demi Moore is still Demi Moore. Like, she's a natural on screen.
Yeah.
And Ed Helms, I always like Ed Helms. I think he's funny.
As soon as you see him. Ed Helms, I was telling you, I was watching the Kroll Show. He was on there too. Like, there's just so many people on there.
He's great, man. It's so fun to watch those two together, and Demi Moore doing her Demi Moore thing. And she knows who she is. She's kind of making fun of who she is. Like, she knows. She's like, yeah, it was a massive star. I get it. Yeah, it was huge. But so that's and I would give Corporate Animals a 2 out of 5. Smushed heads under boulders.
Sounds like a spoiler, Steve.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. I'll check that one out. That sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
I would say watch this with the wife.
Squished heads under boulders? I don't know, man. I don't think that's her joint.
Here's the funny part. She's going to laugh when it happens.
Okay. All right, then. We're back in the game.
Part. She's going to laugh when it happens.
Right on.
Yes.
Well, I guess that your 10 minutes are up, right?
That's it, man.
Have at it, sir.
I'm not going to get... No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here until Dan ends this, because I want him to be comfortable and not having to end this by himself.
Oh, stop it. This is different.
You know?
This is different. This is different.
Do I normally dip with people around and such?
You dip with guests. You don't dip on me. You dip with guests.
Do I, Dan?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you know what our next game is going to be? I made up.
What's that?
I'm going to call it Dan from the Upside Down.
Okay.
And we're going to put
here?
pictures of famous celebrities upside down and see if you could guess who they are within 5 seconds.
Okay, so this is going to involve a little bit of screen sharing and stuff.
Oh crap! How would we do that?
Well,
you can't move your head like this either. You have to just look at the upside down celebrity and
I think I
tell
got
me
it
who
figured
it
out.
is.
Basically, you would just be the one to log in,
Okay.
and then you could be the.
I would share the thing.
You would
Because
share.
we need more games.
We do need more games, and people say that we need more games. They miss the games.
Yeah.
They miss the music talk. I miss the music talk. We haven't really been doing that
We
much
haven't
lately.
done the music because we have so many
2021.
reviews.
Yeah, but 2021 got off to a little bit of a rocky start. We were just trying to figure out what we were going to do, but I think we're starting to fire on else. It's like I feel it.
We actually have reviews every week, dude.
Yeah, I know, and I'm
That's
not sure. Are
good.
you happy? Are you happy with that? I
love
remember
it.
at one point, you were like, I don't think I want to do reviews every week.
Well, I got used to it. Now it's just like when I think of the show, I think of reviews.
Oh, so we're back to a more review format than a loose format?
Well, because now that because I remember when you were just like, we got to do some reviews. And once I got into the review brain set, now I'm there. I'm good.
Okay. Well, then we'll say, but now they're going to say that they're going to miss the stuff we used to do when we weren't doing reviews.
Dan.
I think we every once in a while, Steve. I think, I know we're getting some new listeners. I know this for a fact, and I think that we should probably establish that sometimes we're going to do reviews, and other times you might turn on Heroes of Noise and you won't get one review. You might just get us being dumb shits for like 2 hours.
That will happen sometimes.
That will happen sometimes. Sometimes we might have a guest. Sometimes it might be games.
But
I have an
most
idea
of the time, we're going to give you reviews and what we've been watching.
I have an idea for a game.
What's the game?
I kind of mentioned it to you, but I really think that we should. Okay, I'm going to address the crowd here real quick.
Okay, go for it.
I think, are there couples out there that would like to be on the show? Not for a whole show. We're not doing a 2-hour thing. But I have this idea, maybe for Patreon, Steve, where it's like we take some of our listeners, the couples that are willing to come on, and we kind of pit them against each other in like a old school, like almost like a newlyweds game. How well do you know your significant other?
I love
You're a fantastic host. I'll handle all the game show shit. I think we could do this.
I would love that.
All right. So I'm cooking up something right now. If you guys are into that, let me know.
He's cooking it in his egg.
Yes. Subsequently. That doesn't even make sense. I just wanted to throw the word out one more time.
Hey, do you say egg or egg?
Egg.
Egg, right? I heard people say egg a lot. Just like
here when people say wash.
Oh,
I'm going to go wash my clothes.
Dude. That drives me bonkers.
Wash.
Even Chipotle. I've heard people say Chipotle. Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Chipotle. I've heard Chipotle before.
Have you really?
I have heard Chipotle before.
Chipotle is unbeatable, dude. By the way.
Oh, that's just a false statement all the way around, Steve.
I don't know. You show me a better breakfast or lunch burrito in Fresno, and we'll have a conversation.
Well, it just depends.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, see, okay, vegetarian. For vegetarians, maybe that's a true statement. As far as burritos go, in Fresno, California,
yes.
Nah, dude, no. You've got it.
Well, I know the best vegetarian burger in Fresno is Planet Vegan.
Oh, that's a little plug right there for Planet Vegan. I just did it again.
Not that they need that, but yeah, dude, they're the best in Fresno.
I know. I enjoy spending $18 on on fries. You know what? Come on, Planet Vegan. You know I'm telling the truth. Well, there's things called Galaxy fries, and Steve's like, I said, I want to try maybe, flirting with the vegan diet. I don't think I can do it, but I want to flirt with it a little bit. So he goes, go to Planet Vegan, and I'm not knocking these guys. They're actually great.
Yeah.
But they're pricey.
Yeah.
So I go up there and I go, what should I get, man? He's like, oh, the Galaxy fries. And I saw a picture of it. I'm like, okay, that looks filling. I could, because it's got a bunch of stuff on it. I'm like, I can do that. And dude, it was like fucking like $16 or something like that. That's insane.
It's crazy, dude. I will say it's crazy.
It's expensive to be a vegan, isn't it?
Well, here's the thing. I remember I thought that they got the number wrong when I ordered from Majda. I ordered Galaxy fries and a large burger, and it came out like $50.
Yeah,
and I was like,
come on now.
This has got to be wrong. And I looked, I'm like, I just want the receipt, you know what I'm saying, for fun.
You know tax purposes and stuff.
And I had to carry the 1, put the 3 on the 4. But that's...
Take my socks off and count my toes. Yeah, dude. It's really, really expensive.
Hey, look, man, it's bomb food.
If you can afford it and you like bomb food.
Yeah, because I used to spend, I remember at Takumi's. You know Takumi's?
Mm-hmm.
I used to go there.
That's my neck of the woods.
Oh, yes. And I'd go there and I took my ex-wife there. And we would normally spend like $140 there.
Like nothing.
Nothing.
Just like a regular meal, maybe a drink.
And then it just took me realizing, like, you can't do that if you want to be a successful monetary, you just can't do that.
You have to cook at home.
Yes. And now I meal prep.
Well, look at you. Let's just all be like Steve Hudson and meal prep, everybody.
Gee, here's the thing.
Be like Steve.
Let me tell
Don't
you a
say
secret.
the English language incorrectly
let me
meal prep.
Secret, G. Here's what you do. Don't tell her I said this. You go up to Gail and be like, listen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got the memo, you know what I mean? But I need my meals prepped. That's why it called meal prep. And then walk.
Yeah. And she'll be like, yeah, go prep your own fucking meals.
Probably.
That's what she told me. That was literally what she would say.
I imagine so. I still need to get one of her amazing legendary breakfast burritos.
Well, you'd have to start leaving your house to get one of those. You've been off. It's first of all, I've offered for you to come over and record here just for the sake of doing it. And you won't do it, right?
I will do it now that everyone in your house is vaxxed.
We are all vaxxed. We're a bunch of vax holes bragging about it and shit.
How did your son get vaxxed?
He works in not fast food, but he works in food industry.
Yeah, my son is trying to get vaxxed. Hasn't happened yet.
Well, fuck it. Maybe someone is asking this question. Hit up like Walgreens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hit up Walgreens. I think that they might be able to help. Just if you guys got Walgreens in the area and maybe you're looking for looking into getting the vaccination, check them out because I know that it's like hit or miss with them, but they have been opening up to more people.
Okay.
So,
You know what?
For
You know
what
a
it's
place
worth.
I've heard that they don't vaccinate, and actually it's a terrible place to be.
What's
It's
that?
weird because I was reading up on this. They said this is the worst place in the country to be because it's so dangerous. Like it's bad. And it's UC Berkeley. Terrible. Like terrible. It's a terrible place to be. No, seriously. Like the teachers aren't good.
Are you fucking with me right now? You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Terrible, G. Like the teachers are bad. The people that leave there end up not getting careers. No one wants to go into UC Berkeley. Don't have anybody you know apply there.
Okay,
you're
doing. This is where I say you're doing the most, Steve.
It's a garbage school.
Yeah, you're doing the most right
It's
now.
garbage.
Just quit while
It's
you're ahead.
trash.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
This makes no sense to anyone, but thanks for your.
What are you talking about?
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to end saying.
Okay, thanks. Being
You know what
cryptic.
I mean?
It's always
Anyway,
awesome.
I love
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody, hey, handle your business. Try to watch anything that we referenced today. And if you liked it, hey, you know what? Try to send in a video. I wonder how would that work if they sent in a video response? Could they email us a video?
Yeah, of course they could. And Heroes of Noise podcast at gmail.com.
That would be
You can do that.
interesting. But that
I would. We can post them. We can do something with them. But at least you know what, we have a voicemail, and it's
Yes.
been a little lonely on the voicemail side.
Yes.
So don't hit us up with a voice. I mean, I appreciate every voicemail, but don't be like let us know what's up with your life, with a movie you watched or something like that. Don't be like, hey man, I gotta come on that show sometime. Say something. You know, give us something so we could give it out to the masses. You know what, Steve? I'm
Absolutely.
fucking exhausted. I can tell by the way I'm talking right now that I have recorded way too much this week, and I have worked way too much this week. I think this is a good time to like cap it right now.
Love y'all. Peace out.
All right. I love y'all too. And guys, thank you. I'm sorry. I've been a marble mouth. I say things incorrectly this episode. I don't know what it is with me other than just being completely exhausted, but bonus show this week. Remember that. So you got 2 shows. You're going to have like approximately 6 hours of us to listen to. Can you stand it? I don't know if you can. But my name is Dan Ramirez. That's Steve Hudson. That guy right there. I can point now and go, that's Steve Hudson. And you see him. Steve, wave. Wave. Come on, Steve. Wait, there it is. Steve Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're the Heroes of Noise. People, be good to yourselves. Be good to the people around you.